Hello, I am so excited to round out the evening of our speakers tonight. Man, I am just blown away listening to the other women speak and the other videos that we've seen today because man, they are all proof that if they can do it, you can do it too. And so if you haven't gone back and scrolled through, read some of the posts, looked at some of the other videos, I really encourage you to do so because it was absolutely incredible listening to how Bravenly is changing hundreds and thousands of families. And you may not resonate with every story, but there are so many stories today that you can find someone who's like, man, she is who I am. And if she could do it, I can do it. And it's just the beautiful thing about this industry is we are all different people from different walks of life, and Bravenly has something to offer us. So I just want to talk real quick and share my story, how I went from someone who was in education. I worked as an assistant supervisor of agricultural education, working 50 to 60 hours a week. Sometimes my weeks I worked up to 90 hours a week during our busiest week ever. And I had no business starting a business. I had no business getting involved with this, but I knew that if the right opportunity came across my plate, that it could change everything for our family. And that opportunity is coming across your plate. So I went from being in education. I was a teacher for 4 years, and then I moved into state education. And I, July 31st, walked away and retired from education and now get to stay home and do Bravenly, be where my family needs me most. And I'm going to share more on that, okay? I became a six-figure earner in my first 8 months at Bravenly, which has never happened before. Cumulatively, I worked for another company for 5 years, and cumulatively in that 5 years, never made six figures. And here at Bravenly this year, I have made multiple six figures in my business. And here's why. I think Bravenly is the best opportunity to come across your plate right now. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why. And these are the 5 things that I was looking for when I was looking for a company. And I knew that if I joined somewhere, I'm all in. I'm someone who gives 110%. I'm not going to sign up and only be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm jumping in all the way. I am going and I am teachable, trainable, and I knew I could implement the systems in place and be successful if I tried. And so I had to have the perfect storm of a company. It had to check all the boxes because, again, I had no business. I was working 50 to 60 hours a week. My husband and I lamb out about 40 sheep. My husband works full time, and we were pregnant with our second child. I had a 2-year-old and another one on the way. So busy was an understatement. If I was going to start something, it had to be perfect, right? Number one, the biggest thing I said I needed was a faith-based company. I needed something that would grow my faith and bring me closer to God. I was not looking for a distraction from my faith. I wanted something that would allow me to step into faith more. I wasn't looking for a faith-based leader, a faith-based team, a team that has a Bible study on Sundays. I was looking for a company that in every single aspect of the company, it looked at faith and it looked at it as a guiding principle. That's what I love about Bravenly, and I love seeing it in action because it's one thing to say it, but here's how you see it at Bravenly. You see it in the leaders the leaders as they speak on stage and they talk about biblical principles and they give praise to God and they use scripture to help guide the lessons. It is in the worship hours that we have at our conferences and events. It's in the integrity of the company and how the company makes choices. It is beautiful. Okay. And number 2 is I wanted products that were clean, holistic, naturopathic formulated because that is where our society is going. People now more than ever are curious and it is important to them what is in their products. And so I wanted something that was clean. When I heard we had a mushroom coffee, I was sold. People are drinking nasty dirt water they buy off Amazon and chugging it for the benefits. And if I could give them a mushroom coffee that had insane benefits that tasted delicious, game over. And so I love knowing our products have an average of a 75% customer reorder rate. I have a brand partner on my team who has a 97% customer reorder rate. That is how much people love these products. And imagine the power of that. So faith, consumable products that people would reorder month after month, Number 3 was systems and leadership that wouldn't leave my team guessing. I knew if I was going to bring people in to Bravenly with me and I was going to sign people on as team members, I wanted to know without a doubt that if they followed the systems and they put the effort in and they were consistent, that they would see success because of what we had here. And I didn't want to guess anymore. I worked in another company where I got burnt out trying to lead everyone and drag people and create the systems, create the graphics, do the things all by myself. I wanted them already set in stone, and that's what we have here. It's beautiful. It is simple. We are seeing people come in and hit triple rank ups in their first 30 days. We're seeing people do incredible things, and we know the system is working. And so that's what I wanted. I wanted leadership. Aspen, our CEO, you will not find a better CEO out there. She is field first, female first. I love having a female CEO. They just do things differently. I love having someone who has been in the field for 20 years, who knows what it is like to be in our shoes and knows when to drop the promotions, the new products, all the things. She is a genius. Okay, so that's 3 things. Number 4, I wanted timing and momentum. I wanted a company that people didn't know about. I wanted to be the groundbreaker of the company. I wanted to introduce my friends and family. I wanted to be the one to help build a company from the ground up and to be there when we hit milestones like 100 million, like we're going to do this year. And we will be a $1 billion company when we hit 100 million, 500 million, 1 billion. I wanted to be there for that. I wanted a part of the momentum because what we're about to experience is something that you do not understand. I don't even understand it. Watching our volume month after month after month grow, watching our volume. My first month going from a $10,000 team where we did $10,000 in sales, and a year later we had 10x that, and we average over $100,000 in sales as a team, almost $200,000 in sales as a team. Only 12 months later, and that is on momentum. And guys, we're only at the tip of it, only at the tip of the iceberg. There's still so much more to go. Okay. Lastly, I wanted a compensation plan that paid people what they're worth. I have been in education. In education, it does not matter how good you are. It only matters how many years you have in. And that drove me batty. I could be the first car in the parking lot and the last car to leave, and I'm still only getting paid a certain salary because I've only been a teacher 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It drove me nuts. I could work my tail off day in and day out and give everything to my students, and the teacher down the hall could play a movie and say, "Look busy," if someone walks in this room, and they're getting paid more than me simply because they've been in longer. Not here. Not here. You are in control of how much you make by the effort you put in, the skills you build, and the momentum you create for your team. That's what I love. Something breaks and I need to go make more income. I'm going to go work. Christmas is coming up. You need to buy more or you want more for presents. Got to go work. I love that I get to write my paycheck. And I love that our compensation pays out 55 to 59% to our brand partners. Most companies are paying 35%. That is what they're paying out. We pay 20% more. 20% more is going out to the people who are spreading the good news of Bravenly. I love it. I love it. I love it. So a year ago, I came to a crossroads and I had a choice like you have today. Are you going to say yes and completely change everything in your life? Are you going to decide today that your family is worth a difference? Worth feeling better as a mom? I've not met a person who has told me that their life has not been better since they got on Bravenly products. More energy, they feel better, their puffiness is down, their bloat is decreasing, their stomach feels better. I've not met a person who hasn't felt better on our products, okay? But I've also not met someone who hasn't been changed by our community at Bravenly, at our income opportunity at Bravenly, at the people you surround yourself with here. They are a different level of people. And I love it. I love every aspect of it. And my job at Bravenly is not done until every person on this globe knows about Bravenly. And so I hope you decide to say yes today. Get with the person who invited you here. Scroll back through the stories that were before mine and know that you can make a decision today to radically change everything for your family, because 1 year ago, I did not know I would be walking away from my full-time job. 1 year ago, I did not know that I would be making multiple 6 figures. I did not know I would go on and in 8 months hit the top rank of the company. I said yes because I knew that I wanted to be a part of what is happening here at Bravenly. I knew that I could not pass up the opportunity and wait another day, another week, another month to get my foot in the door. And so I hope that you see what could be possible for you here. Whatever you're looking for your family is possible here through Bravenly. But first, you have to decide to say yes and do it now. Thanks for listening. Get with the person who invited you here. And this is your season of yes.